Thank you, Kak Syam and Ms. Salim. I believe that there's still a lot of questions to be asked, so I'm going to open for the final round of Q&A session. So before that, can I just see raise of hand, how many of you intend to ask questions? Okay, there's so many.
Can I get to pick who asks the questions? I'm just joking.
Okay, I think I'll just allow 5 more questions, okay? So, who's first, then get to ask a question. Please proceed. Do something that will allow you to ask the question. So, think something creative, right? Only 5 questions allowed.
Hi, I almost feel as if I'm expected to ask a question, so I'm just obliging. My name is Pang. Some of you may know me as one of the founders of Homosexuality5. So I want to first state that I'm very grateful that such a forum can take place in Malaysia. I'm also grateful for Ms. Shah, that even though clearly you're uncomfortable and you disagree with our position, that you consented to talk about it. Really, you have no idea, as a person who has grown up in Malaysia, gay, and feeling and hearing every day how society wants me to be captured, arrested, beaten up, stoned to death, to be able to see a forum like this in this esteemed university is very touching to me. I am very touched that we can finally talk about it. And that's all we are asking for, to be able to talk about it. Because I think, in a way to answer the question just now by the sister just now, why isn't the law sufficient to protect LGBT? I'll try not to give a too long answer to that, but imagine growing up believing that you are wrong, believing that you are a criminal, believing that therefore the law does not give you rights, the law cannot protect you. If you are beaten up, do you go to the law enforcers then? If you are sexually abused, who do you go to claim for your right when already you think in your mind that the law will not protect you? This is what is happening to the LGBT community in Malaysia. Children are being kicked out from their homes at the age of 12, 13, 14 by their own parents. When they are kicked out, they are forced to survive in the only way they know how. They sell themselves. Where is the law to protect them? When they are abused sexually, they think they are guilty. They think they have done something wrong to deserve it. Where is the law to protect them? A lot of us who are also professional, through some miracle, believe in ourselves, study well, get some good jobs. A lot of these people in jobs get blackmailed by their colleagues, by their friends, saying, you pay me a sum of money every month, and then I won't tell your boss that you are gay. Where is the law to protect them? The point is, a lot of them will not go to the police or will not report any of this because they believe that the law will not protect them. Because they are already told that they are criminals. So, all we are asking for is not to change your minds. Yeah? People are entitled to believe this is wrong, if that's what you want to believe. I'm not asking you to believe it is right if you believe it is wrong. I'm asking you for equality, that I get the same opportunities, the same treatment by the law as you get. Yeah? Same freedom not to be kicked out from homes, same access to education, to jobs. Yeah? Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. Because I hear these stories every day. I'm telling my friends, I hear these stories every day. It breaks my heart that my fellow Malaysians have nowhere to go to protect their humanity. Okay? So we are asking here, we can disagree on the issues of the morality, whatever. But can we agree that we have, as human beings, the equal access to the same opportunities that all of us have? Thank you.
Thank you. Also, actually grateful to have someone to speak on their behalf. Right? So say thank you to our brother. Next question, please.
Oh, hi. May I? Do you mind? You want to? Yeah, I go first, okay?
I thought I was standing in the queue first, actually.
All right.
It's fine.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to my fellow non-Muslim friend. I am Muhammad. I'm from Mahala Hadis, the college inside. I'm a student here. I'm doing law, final year. Hopefully I'll do fine. And I just only have one question I would like to address. Not to address, it's an open question, but in response to what Madam Syam Rohayu, I'm sorry, I'm not calling you Kak Syam because it makes me feel old if I call you Kak Syam. so, Madam, okay? It touched me just now when you said that, when you gave us a metaphorical situation, where you said that if you were to open up a kindergarten, that you would not hire a homosexual to be what, cikgu, teacher, cikgu tadika, or for your kindergarten. And then it occurs to me, is homosexuality, being a homosexual, is it a choice? Is it really a choice? Because this question occurred to me a long time ago and I do some readings, and as of right now, my understandings is that it is not a choice, it is planted in the genetic of an individual. Before this, before the development of science, it was considered as a psychological condition, but that is no longer the case of the development right now, although it is not conclusive, but it is the best that we mankind got. According to the internet, I'm not sure about how authoritative it is, but that is what from my understandings. So, based on that, is it justifiable for me to say that when you say that you will not hire a homosexual, is it based strongly on stigmatization, or is there any strong justification on that? Because what makes a person homosexual? If you say that you will not hire that person because he or she have the tendency, sexual tendency towards the same sex, then I'm not inclined to accept that happily. But if you say that you will not hire that person because he had done an act of buggery, of homosexual act as defined by section 377, then I can accept that. But let's say if you are put in a situation where you can only hire two persons for a kindergarten, once a homosexual who did not commit any homosexual act, or a person, a straight, like any straight as a guy can be, but have slept with lots of other women, which one will you hire? Which one of them is better? So,
right, thank you. Next question. Can we just finish the line first? Next speaker, are you fine? Okay. There's no more question after that lady, okay? After that sister. Okay, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Nicole. I'm a secondary school student. Currently, I'm doing Form 6, and I happen to be gay. And my mom, she's here with me, and she accepted me for being gay. Proudly, my mom accepted me to be gay. Thank you. Okay, this is my story actually. Just like to share a story of mine, a very short story. I come from a school where I'm openly gay in high school, and I talk to friends. All my friends know basically I'm gay, and sadly we do have a provision in our school guidebook. It's nationwide. All school students are given a secondary school guidebook. which states that menjadi gay atau lesbian, you will be suspended from school 14 days and you'll be whipped 3 times and you could be brought to court. Bear in mind, this is secondary school students. My teachers have taken on me before. I've been brought to the office, I've been questioned, and so on. This is what I would like to actually say today. This laws which is in place, things that you could change is, which recently we have seen JMM, Jaringan Live Malaysia, going on to schools to launch anti-LGBT campaigns and sex song. What do you intend us to do? You plan us to change to the one thing that we can't be, straight? You can't change us. But what you're successfully doing is you're installing fear. Absolute fear in our children. Lots and lots and lots of fear. Some of us bravely goes through it. Thankfully with parents who accept us. With friends who accept us. Some can't. Some, the pain is too unbearable for them. And committing suicide and running away and shutting themselves from society is the option in their mind. With that, actually, I would like to actually, just one thing that I would like to highlight, our fellow friend, our brother said, and also our panelist, Dr. Sham, had touched upon, it opens up to murderers, rapists, people who perform vulgarity and blah blah, so on. When we do equate all this with homosexuals, what I can differentiate is this. Me being gay, I do not step upon another person. But a rapist, a person who commits vulgarity, a person who murders, steps upon another person's liberty to live, and to live freely. And I think in that sense, I do believe there could be sufficient laws to prosecute them. Because they're stepping upon another person's right. But I don't see myself being gay, breaking down buildings, starting wars, killing people. My being gay is something me personal. It's something that I've accepted, my family has accepted, and so on. So in that spirit, I would like to ask Dr. Sham, personally, what moral framework do you, as a constitutional law expert, or the state, has to define what is moral and what's immoral? What moral framework do you possess to tell me or to tell my fellow gay friends what is moral or immoral? Or what moral authority that you people have to tell my mom that her son is committing immorality? Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum.
Name from and to which speaker.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Azlan Abdul Razak, and I've got 2 questions, and these are for Kak Sham. Well, when we talk about what we can or what we cannot do, in the concept of human rights, within, of course, the purview of the Constitution, well, the term personal liberty is not to sustain if it doesn't go in line with the term public morality as per the Constitution itself. So my question is, how do we draw the line, a delicate one if you like, between a collective understanding on what right is mutually understood by public and that of how a person per se perceives it? Okay, and my second question is about the constitutionality of the state of thing, or in this matter, homosexuality. Well, my question is, what is actually the legal barometer that is to be subscribed to in order to measure whether or not the state of thing is constitutional or not? I mean, because it's been always about the questions of where is it in the Constitution that allows for it, that it becomes constitutional, or is it the question of where is it in the Constitution that prohibits it, that it becomes unconstitutional? And thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
My name is Sam. I'm from Malaysia, and my comment, actually, more comment than a question, is directed to Dr. Sham. Sorry. So, with your Islamic views, as the majority, how about the rights of the minority? Being Chinese, being liberal, being taught and raised in the liberal community, being an atheist, being bisexual. How does that, and where are the laws that, there are to protect me? As a bisexual, in school, though I'm not open, I am, how do you say this, obviously feminine. Well, more feminine than masculine, really, because I don't like football. So, yeah. I get made fun of, I get called a fag, I get called gay, I get pushed around. But yet there's no one to protect me. If I were to go to my parents and tell them, Mom, Dad, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, what would they say to me? If I was Malay and I was to go to my mom and dad and say, Mom, Dad, I'm bisexual, I'm gay, I like men more than women, what am I going to do if they put me into a rehab center? There's no evidence anywhere in the world that these, how do you say this, gay rehab centers actually work. So yeah, again to you, if I am a member of the Broadway Academy, how do you say this, Broadway Rotary Club, we produce musicals, I give food to the homeless. I got accepted as an undergraduate for psychology in UCLA, yet I cannot teach in your kindergarten because I'm homosexual. I don't see the logic in that. So thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all. We're getting so much emotional here, but then never mind. My name is Muhammad Uzair Izzat Amin Muhammad. I'm from IUM and I come from Kuliah of Human Sciences, majoring in psychology. So I do not have a background in laws. Although I just one comment and one question. My comment is, do with person in charge with these laws or discussing these laws have discussed these homosexuals with psychiatrists? Do you have any meeting or what round table to discuss with these psychiatrists? Because from my readings and my opinions, homosexuality is a disease. It's a psychosexual disease. Okay. Okay, I will give my proof after this. Okay, inshallah. Okay, never mind. Okay, about the law. We are discussing about the law, right? Okay. About the law, I do believe in the civil laws that we have nowadays. We have one cause that to control the human conduct. To control the human conduct, right? It's the principle of making a law. Okay, so, and I do believe all of members here do believe in God, right? Yes? If any one of us is atheist, can I see the hand? Atheist? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. So most of us, right, which one? Okay, sorry. That's to the back. Okay. Okay, so most of us believe in God. Legacy, one case. I do have a son. And my son grows up, and he said, "Father, I would like to marry a guy. Oh, never mind. So, go on, son. Good job." And then they have no child. So my next generation will be disappear. This one case. Second case is, if we believe in God, we must understand that God is so knowledgeable. Do God so stupid to give us just 2 sexual organs? Okay? Do God so stupid to give us just 2 sexual organ, that we have to use it properly. So if we use it improperly, that can be called a disease, psychosexual disease. So I would like to, I'm not to having caught somebody or what, that this is my opinion. And with this proof, I would like to have an intellectual discuss about with this form of disease, should we have some laws to get it to control the human conduct that was said in the civil law. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you. That is how a psychologist asks the question.
Okay, I'm a trained psychologist.
2 minutes again.
Yes. I have a master's in psychology and I'm working on my PhD in neuropsychology as well. Okay, and nowhere in my training as a psychologist that identify psychosexual disorders being the LGBT community. Okay, any psychologist for that matter, any psychiatrist for that matter, would base their diagnosis on the DSM-4 or DSM-5, whichever version that you are following, or in the ICD-10. All right. So if you are talking from the medical perspective, or you are talking from professional perspective, which one are you following exactly? Our dear friend just now, I think he just said that being gay, being bisexual is a psychosexual disorder, of which is not true, because that could be a personal opinion in comparison to the professional stand on this, which is recognized by the WHO, the APA, as in American Psychological Association, and American Psychiatric Association. Long time ago.
Okay, alright, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I think perhaps human science kuliah can try to organize some kind of discussion on this. We're going to... Okay, last question.
Good evening and Assalamualaikum. My name is Kim. I'm a 4th year political science student in UIA. Something very interesting that the brother just now said was about God. That, because of God, because of Islam, that, we have this right to understand that being gay is a criminal. But my question is that, my statement is that you cannot stop someone from being homosexual. And what is your point in criminalizing it? Because when you use God, when you use religion, we have to remember that we live in a society, actually anywhere around the world, it's not just Muslims. That's my point I'm making. And from a political point of view and from a literature point of view as well, if you read Edward Said and his books, about colonialism, and he talks about the other. And we're always, defining ourselves and defining others based on how we reflect each other. And what's the difference between being homosexual and being straight, and then comparing that to being black and being white? And then being a citizen of a state and being a refugee, or being Malay and then being non-Malay. The point is we are always othering and we're always making someone else the enemy. But why are we doing that? We live in the same society. And someone said that he got an offer in UCLA. I know someone who got a shifting scholarship and is doing his studies in London, and he's the most intelligent person I've ever known, and he's gay. And he will contribute to the Muslim society because he identifies himself as a Muslim. I know gays who not only pray 5 times a day, but who do more than just the pillars of Islam. They actually contribute to society more than the normal, everyday Muslim that you get in UIA, and that's a big problem. That's a big problem. And it's not a specific problem just in the Malaysian society, but specifically in UIA, we are always doing that. When I go to Biro Tata Negara, the BTN, they're always talking about Malay rights and you know, always talking about that. What about me? I'm not Malay. Yes, I'm a convert, but I'm also Bidayu, I'm also Indian, I'm also a bit of everything. Where are my rights? And technically, what is Malay? Or what is, you know, why are we defining that terms? Let's talk about being human, full stop. So why should we criminalize the LGBTs when they're human beings? Basically that.
Hello, excuse me. One more. Thank you. I came a long way from Wangsa Maju just to attend.
One last final question.
Alright. Okay, I've been listening closely to this discussion from the beginning. Okay, Mr. Lee just said in the beginning saying that, hello? Okay, something got to do with families. Okay, let's say you or us as a parents, first instance, when you have a child, what do you want your child to be in the future? I mean, do you want your baby girl to marry with another baby girl, or do you want your baby girl to marry with another guy? I mean, as a normal and abnormal, something like that. Okay. This thing, for me, it's going around and around. It's like chicken and the egg. Who starts first, chicken or egg? Same like that. So, problem is, when you, this thing is when you, how to say, lost a long time wait. The problem is for me, I do, it's not a problem, I do have gay friends, lesbian friends. They do come to me, they talk to me. And for me, it's okay for us to talk. But I know, personally, as myself as a Muslim, it's not something that we should do. It's wrong, it's sinful. As a Muslim, I don't know for other religions or other people, but I'm saying this out of my conscience as a Muslim. So problem is, let's say you have now you're trying to say that homosexual is okay, but in the future, like some people say, they will go for homosexual marriage, and then you adopt. My concern is not about the couple, it's about the child, the upbringing of the child. If you bring a child in a gay couple marriage, of course he will be condemned and everything. So let's say we're talking about, coming back to the issue, if the law is abolished or repealed or anything, it doesn't make a difference for me or for other people, because people will still condemn. You get it? People will still condemn. I'm not saying condemning is a good thing. I'm just saying that people will still condemn. And like I said, and other people said that you have alternative where if you are dismissed for unlogical reason, you have tribunal, you have courts, you have police, you have friends to tell. People who are concerned about yourself, even though it's not a problem, they will lodge. Personally, I will lodge if my gay friends are being insulted in front of public. That's my stand, because they are human too. But it doesn't mean that we have to abolish this sort of law. You know what I mean? A repeal. Like, okay, let's say for Dr. Farooq, most of your point, for me, I say that, so what I heard from you, it's being used as a mechanical tool to, restrain political positions or anything. For me, it's, can I have the question, please? Is the law wrong? Or how? Is the law itself wrong? Or it's implemented that is wrong? So if the law is wrong, if the law itself is wrong, or how the law is being implemented is wrong.
So basically the question is the implementation of the law, whether the implementation is wrong or not, right? Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.